Today on the That Dad Zach channel, we're going to figure out how to turn your life into a real video game. Let's check it out. The concept of gamification is this: the application of typical elements of game playing, point scoring, competition with others, rules of play, to other areas of activity. This is how we're going to turn your life into an actual video game. Okay, maybe not an actual video game, but it's something that I have just recently started playing around with by using an app called Habitica. If you're a fan of old school RPGs, I grew up on the Super Nintendo playing things like Super Mario, Final Fantasy, huge fan of that series. So the video game portion of life has always been something that I've loved. It's always remained a part of my life. Habitica takes habit building, to-do lists, reminders, and turns it into a role-playing adventure. You gain points for completing certain tasks or building certain habits, and you get to build your character. You level up, you earn rewards, you can form parties and go on adventures, you can join a guild. The kicker is that if you're, let's say, part of a party or a guild, certain inaction, like let's say for instance you are supposed to take out the trash, but you don't, so you don't get to check that off your list. It affects the other people in your party, so you're held accountable in that measure. The reason why I'm looking into this is because the way that the ADHD brain works, we respond very well to action with immediate consequence. This is the reason why a child, or even an adult, let's be honest, I can do this, we can sit down for hours on end and play a video game and remain focused. It's because everything we do has an immediate consequence. Gamification applies this concept to your life, and it's actually biological. So our brains don't produce dopamine as well as they should. Dopamine is essentially the chemical that's produced as part of the reward system. So when you do something, your brain releases dopamine. That's probably a really stupid way of describing it, but it's how I'm going to describe it because science. I don't know. So I want to apply this concept to my life and see what kind of impact it has, if it will actually help me to build habits, and I want to see if it will help you as well. Let's pause here, and I want to ask, is anybody using this concept currently? If you're using Habitica or any of the other apps, there's a few that I recently learned about via Jessica over on How to ADHD. I'll post a link to the video she did on gamifying your life. Something else I've been striving to do is get more active, and so I thought about how the heck can I turn becoming more active, exercising more, how can I turn that into a game and make it more appealing to my brain and my nerdy tendencies. And I realized there's a game that I grew up playing that has remained one of my favorites to this day, and that game is Pokemon. Well, Pokemon, you probably heard about, but just a little while ago, they released this thing called Pokemon Go, which has literally gamified the act of getting out and walking. So, I'm going to continue using that as fuel to gamify getting more active, to get healthier, and thus impact my brain on a greater level. I am excited about this. I've already started using Habitica in my daily work and for some habits that I'm trying to build at home, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've showed some of my coworkers, and we're even considering putting together a little guild or a party within the app as we all strive to work more efficiently. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again to another episode on the That Dad Zach channel. If you don't want to miss out on any new content, tune in every Friday and Saturday. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified when I upload. And I will be uploading every day this month with new content. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Deuces.